My name is Bill Hoppe. I'm an art worker, an artist, and an educator. I really paint because I can't sing. I've always thought that if I could sing, that would be the greatest way to express what I felt about life and the world and the people I love. But I couldn't do that, so I took up painting in my junior year of college. I was a philosophy and a language major before then. And I switched to fine arts, fell absolutely in love with creating, making things. But I never focused on visual art, in part because I didn't think I could. I didn't think I had the talent. But I had a great mentor teacher who made it very clear to me that all you need is a little talent and the willingness to put it to work. And that over your lifetime you may create a body of work. That the idea that any one given piece is going to say everything isn't what you want to shoot for. The technique that I use right now is due to the availability of great Japanese and Chinese painting, and the flow, the capillary action that water allows ink to pull through water. It seemed to me like the ideal way to communicate the atmosphere. And I decided that I wanted to start using ink for the underpaintings, and that creates the structure. And for me, it's always been the skeleton of the work. And then color becomes like the muscle and the flesh of a painting. But I've always started with the underpainting and then finished them. So the translucent color, you're allowed to see the structure underneath. But in these, it's exposed and it's kind of raw. I wanted to address the space, which is unusual in that it is broken up by these powerful pillars. I wanted to address the past uses of this space. This was the first movie house in town. Silent films were shown here, and burlesque shows were done here, and war bonds were sold here. And I love that, the history that this building has. So I decided to try to get the center of the space. Because it's a long extended space, it makes one sort of swoop through it quickly, and the paintings tend to hide behind the pillars. So I wanted to create a core to the space using 4 big paintings that created kind of a room in and of themselves. So having the space to be able to say something in has been just the richest experience for me possible. I can only project my own meanings into it, and I don't expect people to say, well, he means this, therefore this represents this. I don't really want people to connect the dots in that way or draw lines in between. I want them to interpret it. But I can present images in a way kind of epic because of the scale of it, seems appropriate to the time, and not so much about ego, although that can get into it too. But I wanted to offer that experience to people. I feel like that's my job, and to bring, old ideas, really the circle, the geometry, all of those things, to bring them to life. And then of seeing people in front of them really finishes the work for me. And painting is never done for me until someone has stood in front of it and I feel like they've received it. And if they stand in front of it and back up a little bit, I know I've got them.